Hello and welcome to the Presero training series. In this lesson, we will be learning how to set up categories within your site. Categories are available for both B2B and B2C sites except for informational sites. A category is basically a folder that contains your products. The system is set up by default to start with a root category, which is by default your home page. If you did not create any categories of your own and had all products assigned to the root category, all the products would display on the home page. This process is done dynamically. You add new categories and products to the system, and as long as you keep the default behavior, they will be added to your site automatically. Please note that you can change in the site settings what page you want to start with for your home page. By default, we start with the root category, but it does not have to stay that way. Often you want to organize the products instead of having them all displayed together, so you can create additional categories of your own. If you choose to have those categories set to the root category, then instead of seeing all the products, you would see all the categories. If you will be using categories to organize and display similar products, create the categories first to avoid having to go back into all your product settings later and assigning to the correct categories. When you create a category, the choice is to assign it to the root or alternatively to another category, making the new category a subcategory of the one you assign it to. In a similar way, a product can be assigned to a category or alternatively to root. You can have an unlimited number of categories. Whatever is assigned to root will display in the home page. Whatever category or product is assigned to a category instead of root will only be seen after clicking the category on the home page. We will begin by logging into the Presero account with the information that has been assigned to you. To set up categories in your site or to edit the root category, open the Sites menu, select a site that you are working with, and under the catalog window, you would see categories. To edit the default home page or the root category, click on the pencil icon beside the row that the root category is on. You will see a long description area and a text editor. Go ahead and add images, text, links, etc. in that area. This information will appear above any other categories and products you have displayed on the root category page. To create a new category, click on the Add New button at the top of the page. Under the General Information tab, give the category a unique name. You cannot have two categories with the same name in the same site without the save failing. The maximum number of characters that can be used in category name is 80. URL provides a URL for the category, which is a unique address that your category page can be found on. For example, my category will have a URL of http www.mywebsite.com/categories/mycategory. Enter a unique URL name for this category. You cannot have a duplicate URL name without causing a save failure, so be careful in your naming conventions. Parent category page. Select another category to be the parent category if you want to create a subcategory. When storefront visitors click the parent category, they will see the subcategories and any products assigned to the parent category. In the long description tab, just like the long description for the root category I explained earlier, the long description will appear above the products on this category page. You can enter texts, images, links, tables, etc. in the text editor. The short description should be a short description of the category. This appears below the category image on the page. Under the SEO tab, if you would like to specify unique SEO information for this category, enter it here. If you leave it blank, the default settings you set up in the Site Settings SEO HTML tab will be used. Page title is the attribute to override the title of the page. Enter the information here. Author. This feature lets you define the author of pages by inserting a meta tag in the head of the page. Content language defines the language attribute, tells search engines what natural language the website is written in. For example, English, French, etc. The robots attribute, supported by several major search engines, controls whether search engine spiders are allowed to index a page or not, and whether they should follow links from a page or not. Example to be put in here would be no index, no follow. Copyright. The copyright meta tag defines any copyright statements you wish to disclose about your web page documents. Revisit after. The revisit meta tag defines how often a search engine or spider should come to your website for re-indexing. Example would be a day, 10 days, etc. The description attribute provides a concise explanation of a web page's content. Keywords provide keywords pertaining to the site's content. Now please note that while Presero provides the functionality you need for good SEO data, we are not SEO experts and do not give advice on what information should be entered into these areas. You should refer to the many helpful resources for SEO or consult an SEO expert. We do have helpful information in our support portal, and occasionally we also have webinars on the subject to help you. Under the Artwork tab, upload or replace an image for this category. This will appear as an icon on the category page. Allowed file types are PNG, JPG, GIF, BMP, but PNG is preferred since transparency is supported. Category images should be at least 300 pixels on each side. From the master, the Presero system will automatically create and use 3 different image sizes within the storefront. If you don't upload your own artwork for the category, a default diskette-like image will display. Deleting is also done in the editing window by clicking the delete button. To undelete a category, check the box for include deleted at the top right of the categories page. Select the category and click Save. Thank you for watching this video tutorial.